The opening match, we told you, Svensson Troop versus Hupé Hanrahan. Then you've got Simonson Barrett sitting there waiting. Then O'Neill and Belmo, they've won this before. And sitting at the top of the step ladder, the 2021 champions, the local man, Andrew Anderson, and his partner, the Shark, Chris Prather. Now let's go laneside, catch up with Kimberly Pressler.
I just think we've known each other for so long, and we've bowled so many tournaments together that we just work well as a team, left-handed, right-handed, doesn't matter.
Well, like I mentioned, you guys are the defending champions, but you guys are going to have to go through one epic step ladder to defend that title. Are you guys ready?
I think so. It's quite the opposite of our title win last year. You know, we were on top last year with only one match. Now we got, well, quite literally the opposite. So, but we're ready for it.
All right, good luck to you guys. And I know you guys work really well together because you have won this event twice already. So I have to ask, do you think the PBA should start working up a new name for the doubles championship?
You know, that was a small goal of ours whenever we won our first doubles together, but I think we're going to need way more than 3 to top the legends that this tournament is named after. So that would be a good start for us. We feel confident about the day, ready to hit the lanes.
All right, good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
We mentioned we're bowling on dual patterns here. Mark Roth in the left lane, 42 feet. The Marshall Holman pattern in the right lane is 38 feet. Randy will break down those particulars shortly. Here in Strobel Arena. Mitch Hupé, that one tour title was last year with Packy.
All right, well, back-to-back shots, back-to-back 10 pins. Let's go. That'd be a much better game if that pin wasn't in the rack for right-handers, right? But they, you know, they do have a tournament for that. It's called No Tap.
Yeah, the 9 pinners.
Yeah.
Imagine what these guys would shoot if that was the case.
Yeah, it'd be stupid.
That is how you defend your title. Flushes. And why this title meant so much is because he really wanted it as much for his friend Mitch Hupé as he did for himself.
Yeah, it's typically the common denominator when you bowl this event. You know, usually you're bowling with a really good friend of yours and you'd like nothing better than to capture this title and share it with one of your best buds.
Jesper a little wide, not going to get a break. And see if he can fly that 3-pin into the 7. So and he comes up empty. Well, let's take a look at our Roth and Holman oil pattern.
Creating big angles. I think they're going to go straighter on the shorter pattern. As we take a look at Kyle's arsenal, he's going with a phase 2. You can see he's already curving it.
A little bit too much that time, as it turned out. 3-6-10 facing Kyle. 80% of the chance. At the time, I should say, they converted, and Kyle Troop adds one more log onto that fire with that conversion.
He's going with an IQ 78U. Your thing. Woof.
And he puts 10 in. It's a double for Hupé and Hanrahan.
He's going with a Black Pearl Hammer 78.
He's asking for it to push.
Make that.
So Packy's on the left lane. Belmonte's just absolutely that much better on the left lane, the longer pattern. That's why he's bowling on that lane.
Myself wiggling that one.
Which we'll have to wait and see when they come on if that still holds true.
That looked a lot more like the Jesper Svensson we know.
That was a ball change and big right.
Up here, man.
Oh no!
Him to build that 35-pin lead. On the other hand, these guys are just straight piping. Come on!
Do it.
This is a long-standing relationship between these two that goes back to Wichita State, too. I mentioned an incredible bowling powerhouse in college bowling. So Mitch Hupay, one-time Southwest Region Rookie of the Year. Wow, did that hold beautifully. I was concerned that might go through the face. There was no need to be worried. As we get down to near the end of this opening match with Simonson and now Barrett awaiting the winners, which certainly appears to be championships. That's a unique looking strike right there for Jesper.
Yeah, we got a double.
But this particular day, this particular game, not his very best.
Hey, get another shot at it.
Love you, Detroit.
Oh, good go.
But the defending champions, and man, did they get hot in Delaware too a year ago. Again, Randy, that's the same shot. It's unbelievable how he's just lather, rinse, repeat right now. It's Hupay and Hanrahan in our next match. Series of bowling number 15. Right now, the team that won it last year is still in the race to make it back-to-back. Hupay and Hanrahan dominating that match 231 to 182, and the next opponent will be the Dominator.
Packy hadn't opened in the 10th frame. I'd say this game is almost done before it starts. But the next match, and I'm sure Randy will agree with this, and I see my opposition do that on the left, but they made the telecast, and I'm up there talking, so they know what they're doing.
Nope.
Sure. It's easy.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And right away, his reaction was, oh boy, and that actually was a pretty darn solid hit.
Very little.
Yeah.
Friendship. Well, these are not repeats. This is not the truck rolling a replay. It's live.
I know Marshall knows.
I'm going to hate myself when you give me the answer.
Well, in 1975, I was in line to make my first telecast. It was in Cleveland. I was bowling great. I had a couple hundred pin lead over 6th place, and all of a sudden, the Kokomo kid put on one of his rushes, Don Johnson. And he said, and he was the nicest man ever.
Yeah.
It was like he was saying, kid, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait a few tournaments. I'm coming through.
So Henry had a little bit better frame than his opener, but right now both teams are off to a very quiet start.
Now, Randy, that ball didn't get near as wide as that first frame. Much better delivery.
There you go. Kick save and a beauty on the 10.
Marshall, what impresses you most about today's game, whether the players use their thumb or whether they don't?
Well, they're just the energy. I mean, the balls are certainly much stronger than they were back in my day or your day, but the energy that they impart on these atomic bombs is just extraordinary, and the speed at which they throw the ball is amazing. You know, the game has changed a lot since I bowled.
How about 20 miles an hour, Marshall?
Run it down.
Yeah, I'm lucky at my vintage age to get it up to 13. That was a pretty full flat hit.
Yeah.
And time will tell.
And Hanrahan's first strike of this match. Oh yes, Bob Barrett.
He knew he got away with that a little bit.
Yeah. That's a urethane hit.
That labored.
That's a urethane hit.
So you say that, what do you mean by that?
Because the ball starts early, it has nothing on the back, it can't get the wheat tin out, now the 7 pins with it. There's just not enough motion going through the pins.
So is it time for a change? Oh, round and
Hang on.
Picking it up.
He still has plenty of motion to get that 7 pin out.
Oh, Don Barrett is dialed in right now.
He has to hit high flush to strike.
Or just get a little piece.
Yeah.
That looked left.
Was
A lot of power in this telecast.
yeah. A lot of power, a lot of talent.
There were some kids that were up there going into the last few games, and you could just see the veterans sort of sneaking up on them, and they younger guys started squeezing it a little bit, and nothing to be embarrassed about. When you got people like O'Neill and Belmonte on your tail, it can make a very talented player pretty nervous.
Jupe Hanrahan made a jump from 8th to 4th in the final game with a 289. Mackey, little chef's kiss. They're sharp.
Oh, that needs a hook.
I thought he might that back.
Yeah. It's 7-10.
He gave them what they wanted to see right there. It's always nice when you take a moment.
He knows he's safe with the urethane, but he can hit the pocket. Whether or not he can strike.
I think they have to expect.
We'll finish the 10th frame on the right lane.
That's the shorter of the two patterns. Belmo starts it off the right frame and struck on it 3 times. But first, Dom Barrett. Who Jeff Simonson finished last game with. And that's the first time he didn't throw a strike with it. Yes. No trouble there for Bill.
What a journey it's been for him in his 15-year pro career.
My goodness.
And Anthony Nyer.
Get lucky.
And that's
Big enough.
4 of them.
got it. Smothered that 7-pin.
Great shot. Wow.
And that is our Snickers satisfying moment of the match. Spot. There you go. Nothing left behind.
Bill going with Theorem.
There you go. Kicked the 9 aside of the last second. Perfect shot for Bill. Walter Ray Williams Jr. did that. Ooh, mixer. It's an unfortunate break there.
Down.
Shaves it. He shaved it. He got it. And that time he had a right to say, uh-oh. Toppled the 8. Boy, his angle's just incredible.
I thought there was like 7 pins around your. I'm like, something's got to hit it.
That was close to being a disaster.
Hi, Dom.
Oh, mate. Let's take a look at this left lane.
Well, he provided the commentary there by saying that's a little better.
And getting it to do what he wants to do. It's amazing what he can do to a bowling ball. Now O'Neill, right lane.
No way.
God, are you kidding me? Very nicely. He's got nothing to show for it.
He didn't want to look at that one. He's disturbed, and I don't blame him. And this guy gets a break.
That's ahead. All right, we just. If you throw it like you did that last one and we have a pop at this, it'd strike it.
and he hated it.
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad.
Come on, Spirit, give me a chance.
There's too many pins.
All right, come on. Well, tough because he's got to get up to the right of the 3 to throw it over into the 4-7, but enough in the back part of the lane to cover that 9-pin.
And there you go. He'll get them. I'm quite confident he will get them. Last I counted, that's more than 7. So the 2018 champions, Bill O'Neill and Jason Belmonte, are in the championship round. They're in the final to take on Andrew Anderson and Chris Prather for the PBA Mark Roth Marshall Holman doubles as we start our World Series of Bowling number 15 in the house where it began 15 years
I can
ago.
approve of that message.
What he needs right now is this guy, now a 5-time titleist. And to start with it's only the first frame, and so many things can happen. Wow, that was aggressive. Right-hand lane, which is the shorter of the 2 patterns. Oh, just fell off of that completely.
Almost fell down.
That's just not something you expect to see out of Bill O'Neill.
Dang it.
You're going to have to get him come.
A trip to the title match.
Well, that's what happens when you reset yourself. Yeah, there's a little late kick on the 9. By the way, the Holly
Tension star. Something a little more aggressive, maybe? That needs to get up.
27.4% average. Nope. And there's a mixer for Bill. You know, he was deserving one of those because he's had some solid shots that didn't go.
Come on.
A back trip on the 6 after it went semi-Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Now Anderson, who struck in his first shot. Uh-oh. Okay.
Wow. After what Belmo did, and then he goes and leaves a pocket 7-10. His arsenal, he's using a Crimson Jackal. He's actually 4 boards left on that right lane that Bill O'Neill and beat O'Neill and Belmonte. That was a good shot.
And it goes flush.
Just moved his target a little bit left on that shot. O'Neill. All right, good cover. O'Neill, an excellent spare shooter.
All right. And O'Neill would have another title this year and pick up number 15 for his career.
For me, I think both of our angles were just a little behind it.
I'd rather play that angle than the other one, but it was just like a little bit hard.
Yeah.
It's amazing the micromanaging that goes on in this sport, isn't it? They make it look so easy, but yet so many tiny details.
Well, it's interesting. He's thrown 2 beauties after the slow start. Oof. Indicate we could easily have this match decided in the 10th frame.
That was pretty good. And guess who finishes the 10th frame for Team Belmo and O'Neill? That needs help.
Oh my goodness, it got plenty of help. Flush for 4 in a row. Which is in play.
Likes it.
Should. Shot clock warning prior to that strike.
Big shot here.
No, kidding me. No.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh my gosh! That could be the winning shot for this team right there. That's left.
No, sir. We still have a ball game.
Just a hair inside, it looked to me.
Well, now.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good. Come on.
Yeah, but Anderson's taking a few laps around the track. He knows.
Well, it's been a tough season for both Prather and Anderson, and this could certainly jumpstart their 2024. That's better.
Oof. 9-pin was a little bit late to the party, but down it goes. 215.
I moved 2 left on the field. Should have moved.
Strike and 6. Yes! All they'll need is 6 for the title.
Talk about turning it around at the right time here at the World Series.
He's got to manage his emotions. You can see his face right now. He did it. Yes, sir. He even got a messenger just to make it more fun. He doesn't even know that happened yet. He's got to finish the game, but he'll finish it as a champion again on the PBA Tour. His 4th title for Chris Prather, his 6th, and their 2nd. Yeah, he does not know he struck.
Way to go.
He aced every shot. Every shot Anderson aced in this title match.
He can barely get this out of his hand. He is choked up. Yeah, Leno Monticelli right there rooting him on as well. By with our champions and our special guest, Marshall Holman.
Marshall, with your trophy presentation, please. He's got to sign it first. It's tradition.
Congratulations. Just an amazing game. And this one for the hometown kid. What an opportunity. And you walk right through the door.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this win, guys. You fought hard with this, but Andrew, let's talk about that 10th frame. You needed a strike. How confident were you when you stepped on these lanes?
I was confident. I mean, I got a huge support system behind me. I got some of my best friends. I'm bowling with one of them. What an opportunity to throw that shot in my hometown. It's been a while for both of us.
Chris, it's safe to say that you struggled a little bit at the start of this match, and then something changed because you just started striking. What was that?
I realized I was too far left. I was left of Belmo, and my rev rate's about 200 less than his. So I thought, maybe I should move a little bit to the right and threw some really good shots down the line. But, I told Andrew before we even started, I was like, dude, we have all the momentum, and we haven't even thrown a shot yet because everyone in this stadium right now wanted Andrew to win because... To be honest, he invited like 3/4 of them.
The hometown crowd was absolutely behind you. How much does it mean that you won here with Chris in front of your hometown crowd?
I've been looking forward to this exact tournament in this building for a long time. When we heard that the doubles was here, I talk about it too much with Chris. I told him something special is going to happen. It's been a long time for me to win. My win is coming back home in Detroit. I couldn't have dreamed a better scenario, so thank you. I'm sorry the mark wasn't here. I would have loved for him to sign it. This is our 2nd one. We're gonna go for that 3P too. We won a 3rd one.
Congratulations on your win. What a way to kick off the World Series.
Thanks.